Hey everyone, I'm Chris, and I want to talk to you about a book called Earthcore. It's by Scott Sigler, and it's a sci-fi book about people who like to dig in the dirt. Deep below a Utah mountain sits the largest platinum deposit in history. Young executive Connell Kirkland will lead a team of the world's best scientists and miners to drill deeper than anyone has before. 3 miles underground, the rocks are hot enough to burn your flesh. And something lurks beneath. It's as ancient as it is deadly. So it's a bit like if you take this technology from Core, use the setting and the claustrophobia from As Above, So Below, and then throw in some shriekers from Tremors 2. Now, about these shriekers, as we'll just call them, it seems that Scott decided to just skim the surface for the aesthetic and feeling of Lovecraftian horror, which I'm all about, but he didn't really dive into any of the cosmic horror or the existential whatever that is usually associated with Lovecraftian horror and that genre. So it was interesting and fun to read about them, but they came off as a bit shallow for my tastes. It's like the water being nice, but it's not quite deep enough for a proper swim. Speaking of things that are good but not quite great, it took me until about chapter 18 to start actually liking or caring about other characters because they're all like Ebenezer Scrooge levels of selfish. Of course, they do change. Character development is a thing, but it just happens so late and it took so long for me to get to a point where I'm like, yeah, I hope you don't die. And I'm sorry, Scott, but that's just kind of a low bar to get to. But I will say that once things get going, they go pretty good. Particularly, of note, the subplots were just as good as the main plot, if not a bit more entertaining. So you got Kirkland down underground surviving monsters in the main plot, but then over here on the subplot, you've got this old man prospector who's doing his own thing, and he's just an ornery old man, and he's entertaining to read about. I enjoyed that. Circling back to character development, it was sudden. The changes were sudden, but I found them to be very realistic. And that character development is all about how they interact with the things around them, because you have monsters that are unlike anything on this world, and you are in an environment that is so hostile and alien that it might as well be on a different planet. But the characters, they keep it all grounded and make the story feel like it has some substance and reality to it, despite being in very fantastic situations. It was a really good book, but it just took too long to grab my attention. But when it grabbed my attention, it held on pretty good. Good book. Well, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe to my channel, and hit the little bell down there so that you'll know as soon as I put out another video. Great! Okay, bye.